Hello one and all, I'm Pallams and welcome to Chronicle Runescape Legends. Yeah, another card game I wanted to add to the list I play, just to vary it up a bit, because you know, Runescape was a game I played a lot of back in the day. Makes it sound really old, even though back in the day was like 8 years ago. For me anyway, at least. Probably more actually, thinking about it. It's more like 10. But that's crazy, that's making me sound old, really old. So what am I going to do? I'm going to just show you around really, give you a tour of the game really. The game's very like Hearthstone. However, there's a smaller pool of characters in that there's currently 4. This is closed beta footage, so you know, take everything with a pinch of salt, as always. Practice mode's basically just, you know, playing against the AI. Varying difficulties which do grant rewards, which is kind of cool. We also have very similar to Hearthstone again, with how the system looks in terms of like looking at your cards, the crafting system. It's all there. The pack system's exactly the same as well. 100 of, I think they call them tokens. I can't remember off the back of off the top of my head, I should say. I'll buy these, and then after I can actually use a slider. I should do that. And then at the end of the video, I'll open them, and it'll be a lot of fun, I think. So we'll just go back in. I forgot to slide it. So I've got quite a few I can open, so it'll give you a nice idea of what that looks like. But I want to show you a game, so let's go in. I'm going to play as Ariana. Not my favourite class, but nonetheless. So it has a very similar ranking system in that it's 50 to 1, except it's quicker in the long run, because if you win you go down 1 rank. You know, there isn't like a star system where you need like 4 wins to get to the next rank to go down 1. Like, it's just straight up 50 to 1, which simplifies the whole process quite a bit. As far as our hand goes, nothing here I'm thinking is terribly off-putting to have in our hand. Maybe this, we want that later. And then I'll get into how the game works, because it does work very differently in how a lot of card games work. In just the approach, I suppose. It's very much very board game-esque. So we just gotta wait for our opponent to, you know, make some decisions. We can of course use emotes in the same way. Let's taunt him. Oh yeah, that sounded harsh to me. So our deck relies on a lot of draw. So here you can see a attack value, which is how much we attack for. So these are what we'll attack against. It's very awkward to explain because of how weird it works, so I'm going to let it show you, and then you can kind of get a feel for how it works. Now, everything you play has a health and attack value. It will get to attack you if you don't successfully kill it on your first strike, and so forth if it goes on longer than that. Each enemy has an ability of some kind, or they'll give you some sort of stats, whether it be gold, which is the resource used to use resources, which is another thing you'll see later. In fact, you'll see it at the end of this turn, as well as health or additional attack. Now there you go, there's a resource which has a gold cost associated with it, and has an effect to kind of move along the game. Now, as you've seen, he's obviously took a lot of damage there in order to gain some effects in other ways, which is how a lot of these resources work, mine included. Now, as you can see, I've got a lot of cards now in my hand which are resources which I can't use, because I don't have that gold, so I'm going to have to try and get some going for me. So we're going to play this, followed by this, and finish off with that. Now, this deck works a lot on drawing, because if it goes off successfully, this card here, which it's not going to let me zoom in on until he's picked all his stuff, because I've already had my turn, but it does damage equal to my hand size times 2 at the cost of 8, which is not bad, if you ask me. Obviously, it does take a bit of prep, and here he's going to hit for quite a bit. He's going to take damage there, as you've seen, because he was unsuccessful in killing it on his first strike. It seems that he's being quite risky with his cards, because that's like a running theme with a lot of them, that he's going to be taking a lot of damage here for a late game effect. Now, even though it looks, you know, it looks pretty bad for me, if I'm honest. Now, I kind of could do with some gold going. I've kind of not had a good hand in terms of the amount of gold I need. The gold, of course, I gain from the minions I kill. I'm just a bit worried about how well I'm presenting this game. We can have a look at quests, though. Should go to the next realm. As you can see, it's got a very nice kind of cinematic feel with how, like, the boards, you kind of go around the board and you do it from kind of like a third-person angle almost, I suppose. Or, like, just a bit further back than a third-person perspective. So here, we can start trying to get somewhere, which is good. So we'll finally have enough this time to actually do some serious damage, which is good. I'm just worried about how much he can do back. Because there are, of course, interaction between the player, between each players. There's cards which will allow you to kind of have a one-off attack at each other. Or at the very end of it, it goes to like 5 stages, and after 5 stages, if you're still both surviving, you're trying to take it in turns to hit each other till one of you successfully dies. At the minute, it seems like he's really trying to ramp up how much attack he has going for himself. So as you can see, we've finally got enough gold going for us so that I can do some serious damage to him. So I think it's probably going to be about 16 damage here, I'm not sure. Yeah. So that puts him down to 5, so now I'd be really worried if I was him. I've got 1 gold remaining. My play for next turn, I'm unsure of. If I'm honest. So we can start with that. See if we can get some damage going for us. And if we're lucky, we might just take him straight out. Who knows? Depends if he gains some health. He's got basically the first stage in which to do that. Or take 18 damage out on me, which is unlikely, but we'll see. It obviously draws on the characters of the world of RuneScape as well, which is quite nice. I've of course been away from the game for a bit, so I'm not familiar with everything, but most of it I am. So as you can see, we successfully took him out there. He didn't see it coming. That strike rival card would have hit us for 9. It's a shame it didn't get shut off. And as you can see, each game rewards you with tokens, which is how you gain packs, as well as sapphires, which is your crafting resource. And of course it has leveling rewards as well, which is nice. So as you can see, I think it's a very fair model on how much you make back from each win. Like, you seem to make quite a lot, which is great. That might change, you know, it could be just it's beta that they've decided to give you so much. But I think it's quite cool. So I'm going to show off some packs, try and give you a feel for how that is. Got some nice animation going for it as well. Now, blue kind of works as your common, green is your rare, red is kind of your super rare, I believe. And then that's like your epic, and then there's a legendary above, I believe, is how it works. I just want to go check actually the crafting just to see how that is after I've done this, because I'm pretty sure that's how it works. And another rare. Double rare. I'm kind of using general terminology because it's just easier to call stuff out, especially the amount of card games I play where they have such ridiculous names some of the time. So outside of that one epic, it wasn't nothing special. It's exactly how I believe it is. We'll go to crafting though, just to have a look. So yeah, as you can see, that's kind of your... Apparently they have uncommon, that's how they do it. But, you know, if you wanted to do it as that was rare, that was... what does Hearthstone have between rare and epic? You know what? I don't even know anymore. Is there anything in between rare and epic? Maybe not. But anyway, with this particular game, you've got... What's opening? Oh yeah, that's where you can swap them in. And then you've got the legendaries. So let's show you what a legendary looks like, as well as the associated costs of things like that. So that's what an epic looks like, a legendary looks like. So let's show you that. It's kind of got a great, like... That's not, is it? I don't know, maybe these are? I haven't seen a lot of the sets stuff, so... I'll do it this way, because this way I'll guarantee, like, no. It seems that, you know, the star thing is like the rarest thing you can get, actually. Maybe? Like I say, I've not played enough in terms of the rarities to have delved into it, but I've played quite a bit of the game itself. Mostly against bots on the occasional game, but obviously they're not like pro games. But that looks like a pretty cool card. I have to like look at the game even further. But if you want to see more of this game, let me know in the comments. And yeah, other than that, thank you for watching, and good